And it says we're live. I'm here. You're beautiful. It's Thursday night. That means it's time for GotBot Goes Live. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week. I feel like some things are lagging there just a little bit. I'm trying to adjust a couple of things here. So, bear with me just a little bit here. I'm actually trying, something new with the lighting. So we'll see how it goes. This is going to be a huge show. We have a ton of news to unpack. Now, some of it you guys already know. In fact, some of it you guys brought up to me last week and asked me about it. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but we're going to dive into it this week. We're going to talk about the Netflix series. Spoilers are allowed this week. It's been over a week now. 8 days, actually, since we got together last. And we have a very big and strange unboxing tonight. So this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a big show. This is going to be a good show. I'm just getting things ready. While I get things ready, I guess I'll run through the intro. I, of course, am your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe. And while you're at it, baby, light them up. Hit that notification bell. It helps me out a ton. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor. All of the groups that I either admin or mod for, there's a bunch of them. All those links are in the description. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring. Or, of course, you can hit the join button right here on YouTube and become a channel member. And we're going to talk about all of that in a little bit, too. There's a lot tonight. I'm going to try to sort of stick to the topics and I guess stick to the news and the things we need to cover instead of getting too distracted, because if so, we're going to be here for 10 hours. There's a lot. Like some weeks I have a page for the schedule for the show. I have 4 pages tonight. I'm shocked. I'm actually really shocked at how much we have to kind of unload, I guess, but I'm so glad that you guys are all here. I'm just getting things ready, and bear with me. You know how this goes. You guys know how this goes. I just need to get things out. Whoa, Ninja Bill, the first one here. That's what 2021 is starting off with. See, Ninja Bill actually making it to a show. I appreciate it, buddy. Hey, Jillian. Dragonfly, happy to see you here, of course. Samuel, happy to see you. Interception, happy to see you here, buddy. Razor Bear, of course, super chat, super fan. Applying for Canadian citizenship ASAP. You know what? For all of my friends, all of my supporters, all of you fine folks that are down in the U.S., guys, hang tight. The world is watching. We all got you in our thoughts. I promise you, we really, really do. Take care. I know, man, the world has already been topsy-turvy enough, you know? Let's see. Cooking up supper, but we're listening. Well, you know what? I hope you're cooking something delicious, Ninja Bill. Hey, Steven, happy to see you here, buddy. Mattia, happy to see you here. Golden Inferno. What? Rust and Piece of Sky. Yeah, Rust and Piece of Skylinks, I guess. Maybe there's a multiversal version that can come. Hey, Danny. I got all these studio series, Dark of the Moon Wreckers. That's excellent if you're in for those. I got the studio series Dreads, you know, Dreads anyway. I'm sure the Wreckers are much, much better actually. Yeah, spoilers for Earthrise definitely will be coming. Hey, input. Oh, Lord, Giga Dennis chat. Whoa. Interception 0.3. I like interception. Interesting. What's the 0.3 about? Hey, Transair. Dragonfly. I think I already said hello to you. Dear God, you have no idea what is happening down here. And no, I do. We have a lot of international news. Trust me. We're well aware. Box going out tomorrow. Thank you, Dragonfly. That's going to be an interesting one when it arrives. It really is. Always a pleasure, my friend. You don't know your support, you and your family, and your work. I really try. It's funny. We're going to talk about that in a second. Hey, Sam. Has anyone found anything new yet? Because I haven't found anything. I haven't. Man, I said last week, I was talking about Kingdom last week. I have literally checked all EBs, all Walmarts, and a couple of local comic shops all week. Literally every day. Starscream Wife can tell you, I've literally checked every single one every single day. Nothing. Nada. Not just for Kingdom. Nothing new, period. Zip, zero, zilch has come in. 86. That's cute. 86 has not come here either. Look at Input finding Hot Rod and Scourge. You lucky bugger. I don't know. I saw my Insta post, but I had some bad QC with Runabout. That's really too bad. Flashing and mold defects. That's really too bad. Okay, now, like I said, I don't want to waste time because there's a ton here to cover. And I really want to kind of jump into it. Some people will know some of this, some people won't. So very first thing, let's talk about Earthrise. Let's do that. Last week, there was no spoilers. And I've heard a ton throughout this week. And a lot of people have said, I detested it. It was terrible. It was awful. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think it was, personally. I really don't. I've been having arguments all week with people saying, Earthrise is garbage. IDW is king. Now, any of you guys know that objectively speaking, IDW is not good. If you like it subjectively, cool. But by the objective metrics of good writing, no, it's not. That being said, don't think I'm getting on a high horse, because some people this week have thought I'm getting on a high horse. I ain't getting on no high horse. You know me. I'm not a high horse type of guy. I like a lot of things that most people consider trash. I love G1, and there's a lot of bad episodes. Objectively, there's a lot of bad episodes in G1. I love it, but I'm not going to lie. Beast Machines. Everybody hates it. I like Beast Machines. The more I've watched it, the more I appreciate it. But again, everybody pretty much says it's garbage and written badly. I get it. So I'm not saying don't like certain things, but I'm saying by objective metrics sometimes, we have to accept what it is. It's the same sort of thing with the Worth video. Wow, man, that has elicited quite a lot of discussion this week. If you haven't checked out the Was Earthrise Worth It, check it out. A lot of people immediately said, yes, it absolutely was. They gave us the quintessential G1 offerings that we've been waiting for forever. It is excellent. If we spend $1 on it, we think it's worth it. It is amazing. Like, I think you're using some words that are a little fast and loose, buddy, like amazing. I looked at it from a cost value analysis. I looked at it based on feedback that I've gotten here on the channel, but also from 18 groups that I'm a part of, as well as the boards on T-Formers, on Cybertron.ca, and on TFW, as well as across social media. You know, the way I handle the countdowns, it's the same way I handle the analysis of Worth. And the same sort of messages kind of came out. If you look at the conversations I've had, a lot of the same messages have come out. Worth usually in any other year would be, was the product good? Was it worth the money we invested? This year has been different than any other. And I think that there's also a metric to consider in terms of bolstering the fan community, your enjoyment of the hobby, how much effort, frustration, and work went into it. So I think it's just a more difficult and challenging conversation this year. It was very, very interesting. But the same message seems to be coming out from most people, that product-wise, for the most part, it was worth it because there were a lot more hits than misses. I totally agree. But the effort that you had to input to get everything, and a lot of people, myself included, still have a ton of pre-orders that we don't have yet. A lot of people said, you know what, it wasn't worth the headache, the hassle, and the pain. Hopefully in 2021, Hasbro makes business changes in how they handle certain things to make it easier for people. Input, I actually talked about it on a stream with, was it JJ Prime? Is that who it was? Was it JJ you were on with Input? And they brought up some really good points there about it, actually. And like Input was talking about, why the exclusives exist and the hole that was created when Toys R Us closed in the US and whatnot. I get that. I absolutely get that. And I understand how that applies in the US. I think the trick is either the company has to resolve themselves to being a US company and that's it. You're not a global company, so stop saying you are. Or you have to improve the way you handle things and the way you treat customers outside of the US, because they're not being serviced. That's kind of the message that's coming back from a lot of people to me. So, I mean, when I present this stuff, a lot of people think it's just my own ramblings. It's not, because honestly, if I was to give my own evaluation of it, I'd say it was worth it. yeah, I had hassle, but I got a lot of things I liked, and a lot of things I like, a lot of other people didn't like. Even the stuff I didn't like, I liked. Like, I don't like Fast Track's arm limitations, but I love Fast Track. I think he's great. So it is more objective than people think it is, and I knew it was a difficult one to have. But in terms of Earthrise itself, in terms of the series itself, look, I thought the story arc for Megatron was great. A little morbid when he starts off talking to Ultra Magnus's, decapitated cranial unit. That was a bit troubling. I thought that, though, that like what I thought was really interesting is that Megatron is so motivated by, I guess, fighting and war, and so motivated by the need to kind of establish the Decepticons against the tyranny of being held down, that now that he's basically won, he doesn't really know what to do. Plus, the planet that he won is kind of dying. So what do? I thought the stuff with Sector 12, I think it was, I thought that was great. They were so loyal to Megatron, so loyal to the Decepticons. When he's driving away, they're like waving and stuff. Come again soon. And like he has to shut them down. And I get it. To a degree, he had to shut them down. The productivity wasn't there. It is quite a social commentary. Very morbid. Now, was his arc perfect? No, there were times, for example, that like he saved Optimus. It was like, well, if he saved Optimus, why would he do that when he only wants to turn on him and, have him be deactivated? Because Megatron wants to be the guy to do it. Like Joker would probably save Batman because Joker wants to be the guy that does the job in the end. You know what I mean? That's the way I took it, but some people didn't see it that way, and maybe they're right. So there were certain holes in that regard. And I'm kind of thinking now in terms of like episode 1 in that respect and kind of going through. I thought that Shockwave was handled stupendously well. The guy's nuts. He's out of his mind, but he thinks he's justified. I'm hoping, I don't know about you guys, but I am hoping in Kingdom that somehow, someway we get a Tarantulas, and that Tarantulas maniacally works with Shockwave. I would love to see that, because the disaster that those two could come up with would be amazing. I'm going to check in with you guys because I know I'm saying a bunch of stuff there, and I know I'm going to be skipping a bunch of stuff tonight. So if I don't get to your comment, guys, don't say it over and over and over. I have so much to get through and only so much time to do it that I want to try and do it as best I can. So I apologize if I miss stuff. I really, really do. GotBot will be getting an upgrade for season 5. Interesting. Starscream, of course, is in here. Let's see. I thought Earthrise was really good too. Input said it was great. Yeah. Hey, Brian. To me, Siege was a better season than the Earthrise season. And you know what, Maddie? I'm going to get to that. That's the other thing that some people said, that they found Siege better. Look, Siege was the start of a story. I'm not a Star Wars guy, but most people generally recognize that The Empire Strikes Back is kind of Why? Because it's a middle chapter. It has to feed on from a story that's already started, and it has to leave loose-ended because the story continues. Earthrise is the same thing. It's going to kind of start somewhat unfinished because it's picking up where something else was, and it's going to end unfinished because there's still fiction to come. A lot of people were put up by the title Earthrise. I don't think people understand what Earthrise is. Scientifically speaking, Earthrise is the Earth in the horizon of the moon. That's what it is. When the Earth is coming up, like we have the sunrise, we have the moon rise. Well, Earthrise is when it's coming up over the moon. In other words, as the ships are approaching, they're passing the moon, they see Earth rise up. It's not that they're already on Earth and got Earth mode. So anybody who thought that totally misunderstood what the title means. Now, that being said, I think the line of product that came out probably should have been called something else. Maybe some of it should have been a Studio Series 86 because it was a little bit misleading. It seemed like they would end up on Earth. That I agree with. But if you just go by the name of the fiction itself, Earthrise is quite appropriate. It is their trek through space to reach Earth that is rising up over the moon. Now they've reached Earth. And now we have to deal with Kingdom. So I think the title was actually accurate, but I understand why some people had an issue with it. I also understand why some people thought it was weaker than Siege, because Siege sort of started fresh and it really sort of ended in such a way that, like, if Earthrise didn't happen, it could sort of stand with the idea that, it ended poorly. That's, it's as simple as that. Look at that. Thank you very much, Stephen. Stephen, of course, becoming a Leader Class channel member, I greatly appreciate it. I'm also going to throw out now a couple of other shout outs here. I want to welcome as well Jimzilla 1701 as a new channel member. Very appreciative of that. And our very own Danny Dolphin, my newest patron. And I really appreciate that. I feel like a celebrity is paying attention. Now, Danny said, I'm not a celebrity. Yes, Danny absolutely is a celebrity. And by the way, big shout out to Danny and Input and everybody else who was a part of the New Year's Eve show. That was an 8-hour live stream, and that was monumental. Honestly, that was a mammoth undertaking. A huge tip of the hat for that. See, already getting off topic. Already getting off topic from Earthrise. Let's see. Is not good writing incredibly subjective? Not really, Sam. It's not really subjective. That's the thing. There are certain metrics that are not subjective. Point and plot progression, proper sentence structure, easy exposition, ease of reading, consistent characterization, characters that are both good, likable protagonists and antagonists. A lot of these are actually quite objective. It's just that different people handle them in different ways. Even myself, as an author, as a published author, I'm going to tell you, I struggle with a lot of it. There are things in my own writing that I've been critiqued on, that I've had my editor come back and critique me on. Some of it I've given into, some of it I haven't, because of my subjective take on it. But there are objective metrics, and I only know this because I'm a teacher. There are objective metrics that we have to use to evaluate writing. Most people don't evaluate it to that degree. I do, and I know I'm being picky, and I know most people won't, but I'm looking at it automatically with a critical eye. It's not always my friend. In a way, I kind of wish I didn't look at things with such a critical eye, because I think I'd enjoy them a lot more, but it is what it is. As we go down here. Oh, yeah, I just reached 4,000 subs, too, by the way. Thank you, each and everyone who is or has been a part of the channel and the growth. Onward and upward, I've reached that, but honestly, I'm already looking toward 5,000. I don't want to rest now. It's all about keeping up that growth, and it's all about keeping the community growing and, I guess, being vibrant. So, to continue on again with Earthrise. I loved the arc with Scorponok. It's strange. I thought that the characterization of Scorponok was not the best. I mean, very dim-witted, Grimlocky, rather than like Lord Zarak, and I think I would have preferred Zarak, but as a twist, I thought it was interesting. It's not the Scorponok I know, but I liked the way it was handled, explained, and kind of, covered there. I thought his size was somewhat inconsistent because he seemed to sort of scale with the projection of Omega Supreme, but yet he interacted with the characters in such a way that he seemed a lot smaller than Omega Supreme. So it was really weird scaling for him. But I did like, I guess, the uniqueness of it. Now, there were things that happened during that battle that weren't great, that seemed strange, but I thought it was generally a pretty well done arc. Could have used a little bit more editing. The voice acting, a lot of people have complained about it. Last week I said I thought most of the voice acting was fine. Now, Prime at times was too slow, and I found when he yells, his voice sounds completely different. The guy who does Megatron, I thought he done Megatron better during the Prime Wars trilogy. He seems to really slowly lag things out here, and I guess that's the direction. But like that conversation with Galvatron was painful, man. Painful. It was so slow, but I did love seeing Galvatron. I thought that was great. Why Galvatron, in one moment didn't have his arm cannon and then the next did, I don't know. But I thought that was cool. I was disappointed that Nemesis was really just a tease, and it didn't even look like it was going to be anything other than a possible version of Optimus Prime. I would have liked to have seen that incorporated better. And really, I feel like Unicron was just a tease from another universe. I thought he was going, what we saw in the trailer for Unicron was literally it. That's literally all we saw. I thought that was a bit disappointing. I liked how things were handled on Cybertron. I thought that the interaction between Alita and Shockwave was brilliant. I really did. I thought episode 5 was the best episode, but it was also very esoteric and it's not going to be accessible to everyone. The depth of the conversation and the themes explored between Optimus and Skylinks, I thought was brilliant. But I understand that some people will say it was slow and clunky and lagging. I get it. That's the same sort of criticisms I make about IDW. I totally get it. However, I felt like it was more effective here. Maybe because I was happy to see Skylinks, and by the end of it, though Skylinks got taken out, it was in a heroic fashion. It was as though he really had redeemed himself from what Alpha Trion thought of him. And I just dropped a whole bunch of papers. That's great. That is great. The Quintesson, man, I can't remember his name. I know it starts with a D. The Quintesson was interesting. I thought we were going to have more Quintessons. Why his, not counterparts, his minions were like clones of Ironhide that were like black and white. I don't know why those drones were there. Why didn't we get Alicons and Sharkticons? I don't know. There was only one of him, and he seemed like a rogue. I would like to see the Quintessons explored more. However, I'm not going to pretend that it wasn't messed up when to get consensus, instead of the faces working together, he cut the other faces off. That was savage, man. Absolutely savage. I'm not totally, I would have to go back and watch. Maybe somebody could tell me, but I'm not totally clear on his motivations, if I'm perfectly honest with you. But I liked seeing Quintessons again, and I like seeing them done with like a G1 homage. I'd like to see more of it. The problem here is that we only had 6 episodes. I think we should have had more. Some people said we should have had 24 to 26. They're not going to invest that type of money. A lot of programs now follow the UK model of series. And, you have 10 to 13-ish episodes. I would have been fine with that. I would have been cool with 10 or 13. I think it would have allowed more time for character development, and I think it would have allowed the story to be better fleshed out. There are aspects that were indeed rushed. As we go down here, hey, Stop Motion Reviewer, the designs of Beast Machines were a bit much to handle. Yeah, the designs for Beast Machines were definitely different. Hey, MP Cons, we didn't need another G1 Prime or Megatron. Even if Earthrise Prime is good, Siege wasn't bad. Plus, it was cheaper. Siege wasn't. Yeah, I guess Siege was cheaper. Yeah, you're right, Cyberneticy. You're right. There are definitely, honestly, I didn't get the Earthrise Megatron. I skipped it. I didn't see a need to get it. And I can tell you now, I'm skipping more in Kingdom. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Do you think that Dead Optimus is worth it? If you want a version of Dead Optimus, sure. I passed on it. It was an easy pass for me. I think it's good. I think he's great. It's just I don't need a Dead Optimus. Again, there's an example of something that was in the program that it only lasted for a split moment. I get why now it's alternate universe Optimus, right? Is it worth it if you can get it at cost? Yeah, sure. If it's going to be like a scalper price, no. Look at that. Paulus Prime is in here. I'm glad that Paul's in here. And we'll see why in a little bit. Thank you very much. Kingdom Warpath is supposedly the weaker figure out of the Kingdom Wave 1, and he somehow became one of my top 3. I can't speak to anything about Kingdom. I have 0. I haven't seen any of it. I know I can't speak to what I don't know. I have a huge theory about Earthrise. Interesting input. Your theories are always thought-provoking. I bought Dead Optimus on sale, $40. Yeah, worth it, Brian. GotBot getting 4K. Congrats. Wanted to say hi and getting back to work now. Work hard, Eddie, but don't work too hard. Work smart, not hard. I'm glad you came in even for a minute, buddy. Hey, Robert. I'm doing good today. Busy day, but I'm doing good. Why is that blue? Got a runabout coming now, so got both tire picks. That's excellent. Yeah, it was JJ Prime. There you go. Yeah, it was JJ. I caught some of it. I couldn't catch all of it because I actually had some errands to go and run. Actually, I tell you one of the errands I had to go run. Something for Starscream Wife, but a while ago I reviewed Black Rorichi, and I found him locally. However, I had another one ordered. And a lot of people might know this and they might not know this. But Maximal 10, who is often in the chat here, has been for years now a phenomenally huge supporter of the channel, more than most people know. For example, every single thing that I reviewed this past spring was thanks to him. Every single MicroMaster thing I reviewed was thanks to him. A ton of what I get is because of him helping me get it. I gave him my other Black Rorichi. I have often said to you guys, I appreciate, I'm so thankful for the kindness and the help that people afford me in this community. And while a lot of times I can't pay it back, I assure you, I absolutely pay it forward. And we should all do that. I think that we are at a point in collecting where to succeed, we all very much need to cooperate and rely on each other a lot more. That might sound like a dreamer thing to say, but I think it's the absolute truth. Hey, Dinosaur Planet. Earthrise too expensive. If it's too expensive there, you should try up here in Canada, buddy. Dennis needs his own transformer himself and selects. He would be a grumpy. You know, give me a cup. Just redo a cup with my, my ugly mug on it, and there you go. About the same level. Playing with the dead body of a character is yeesh. That is true. That is fair. Make it a 2-pack with Thu. That'd be great. I think playing with the corpse is fun. This is getting morbid. You guys would really like then the Quintus on to cut his faces off and Megatron talking to Magnus's head. I bought all 3 core class for Kingdom. That's what Connor says. What? Before I got sunstreamed? I don't know what that means. Okay. Does anyone have a spare SS Topspin head? I don't have Topspin. I wish I could help you. Sum is greater than the parts of the Transformers collector community. Absolutely. The sum is greater than the parts of the Transformers collector community. We've always been in competition at each other's throats. I don't think that's the way we should be going forward. I really don't. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. GotBot the movie coming in 2030. I wish, buddy. That'd be an interesting movie. Trust me. Not for everyone. Chicken fried steak. My favorite man is here. It would be cool to have figures of ACP and Baby Mahal. Yeah, absolutely. By the way, if anybody didn't know, Masterfire put up on his channel that he is suffering from the thing that will not be said, as we all know. Masterfire, buddy, I hope you're feeling better. I really do, buddy. I really do. Hey, D. Gray, happy to see you here. TF Fangeek, happy to see you here. Okay, so continuing on then with Earthrise. A lot of people said that they didn't like the end of it. Now, I did honestly like the end of it because it absolutely establishes that they are on Earth. It absolutely establishes that the Beast Wars characters are already there in their modes because we saw Dinobot. And it makes me think possibly, maybe, they went through a portal, maybe by the Vok, possibly, and that they are actually gone back. No, I think this would be really cool. If they are now actually gone back to prehistoric Earth, that is the Earth from the Beast War series, and that there's already another ark crashed in Mount St. Hilary. And that has the G1 characters that we know on it. I think that the ability to link this trilogy into Beast Wars and G1 right through, I think the ability to do that is there if it's handled right. And I think would be brilliant storytelling. And then maybe for the love and honor of all that's right, good, and holy on this planet, maybe we can finally get redone, remastered, redubbed properly, Headmasters and Master Force and Victory, and maybe even Zone, maybe even do Return of Convoy. I would love that. You want to revitalize the franchise? I bet you that'd do it. Just saying. Bless me. Do you think the Allspark created the Maximals and Predacons like how Cheetor was created by the Allspark and Cyberverse? I don't know. I would like to think so, Masterfire. That's what I do in my head canon, but I'd like to see it become official canon. Hey, Elixir. Grapple can stand upside down? Really? Interesting. I would watch a GotBot movie. Well, that's it. I got to make a movie.
No.
I need a movie. It'd be a good movie. Hey, Crimson. I don't think the original series are connected. I don't think that that's what's going to happen. Honestly, Crimson. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but I'd love to see it happen, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, I won't work with so few. I know realistically it won't, but you know what? I could see them trying to do it, and I would be cool if they did. But I think that that's a theory and a dream. I totally admit that. Hey, Jay. Jay, by the way, had a great day today and got a ton of stuff, as I recall. If it wasn't today, it was yesterday, but I thought it was today. And Jay, is it your birthday, man? Did I read that right, or am I wrong on that? Danny says Headmaster's Victory Master Force would be amazing. Yes, it would. Watch my Earthrise review video. I go into great detail. Okay, so after the show, everybody got to go over to Input's channel and got to watch his Earthrise review and to see what his theory is. And that's what I'm going to say about that. Hey, awesome person. Hey, Soundblaster Studios.
Elixir just said, check what I sent you on Messenger.
Okay, I'll check it out when I don't. Do I have my phone here? Hold on. What did Elixir send me? I don't see it. I don't see it, Elixir. I'll have to check after, buddy. I'm sure it's there. I'm sure it's just me being me, but I will check it. Don't worry. I'll get back to you. Imagine if there was a Transformer Micromaster show. I'd love that. By the way, I think I'm down for BotBots. I don't think I'm going to collect it, but I'd love to watch it. Thoughts on Doctor Who's recent series? If you watch it, love Doctor Who. Mine is 12. Starscream Wife's is 10. We have not yet watched the New Year's episode. I have heard that Jodie Whittaker is leaving after series 13, and that they are already looking for the 14th Doctor. Moffat would love for it to be Jenna Coleman, for the Doctor to take the face of someone he's met in the past. I'd totally be down for that. I would love to see that. I think with the new showrunner, it's definitely a bit different. It's taking some getting used to. I like Jodie Whittaker. She's been a bit polarizing, though. Have you ever gotten a figure that you weren't fond of at first, but wound up becoming one of your favorites? For me, yes. I can think of two off the top of my head that I wasn't even going to get. Starscream Wife thought the better of them, got them, and they are two of my favorites. The Generations Sandstorm, the triple changer, the Autobot G1 Sandstorm. I wasn't going to get him. Starscream Wife told me to. He's wonderful. And Titans Return, Black Shadow. I wasn't going to get him, and I think he's actually my favorite use of that mold. I think he's the best, honestly. Jodie Whittaker is my favorite version of the Doctor. That's fair. Jodie's fine, but I think the writing is a bit yeah, it has been. I don't know if it's the writing or if it's the showrunner, honestly. I'm not sure, Dinosaur Planet. Okay, so for Earthrise, the final takeaway is this. I don't think that the voice acting was as bad as people say. I do think that Prime, Megatron, and Galvatron should be sped up. The rest of them, I think, mostly spoke okay. Bumblebee had a couple of things, and I think the best one was Alita. I think whoever voiced her done a fantastic job. I think the worst one is poor Soundwave. Oh man, it's so bad. So bad. I think the story is great, but again, it's a middle chapter. It is what it is. We're going to have to see how it concludes. But I liked it. I liked the arc for Megatron. I liked the depth of the episode for Skylynx. I liked the arc for the Quintesson. I'd like to see more of it. Oh, the Mercenaries. I thought that was a cool faction to include. I like it. I'd like to see more of it. I thought that Double Dealer was more of an engaging character than I thought he was going to be. Weird face, but engaging character. I think I'd be down for more of seeing where the Mercenaries can go. Honestly, I really do. Hey, I'm getting up for a leadership position that I don't know if I'm ready for. Rise to the challenge, buddy. Rise to the challenge. I think Elite is a better character in Earthrise. Jetfire is my favorite for the show. Yeah, Jetfire is good too. I like the interplay between Jetfire and Alita too. I only seen. Yeah, Starscream I fell asleep. She's gonna have to watch the whole thing. I want more Mercenaries. Yeah, I think I do too. Honestly, I'm interested to see what Kingdom's going to be. I really am. I don't have problems for the most part with the art. Yes, are there things imperfect about it? Yes, but remember, it's based on the designs from that we got in plastic. So there's certain limitations that exist, and I think it's kind of brilliant for them to accomplish what they can under the circumstances. Okay, woo, man, we spent a lot of time doing that. We got to go through the news and notes, and there's a ton here. I'm going to run through it. I know that there's stuff I'm missing in the chat. I apologize because I'm trying to be as timely as I can. But before we do the news and notes, let's do trivia. This week, of course, it comes to us from our friend Dragonfly. And in the episode, The Search for Alpha Trion, the Fembot set a trap. Who sets off that trap at the beginning of the episode?
Oh, repeat it. I'm sorry, I missed it. I was reading.
In the episode, The Search for Alpha Trion, the Fembots set up a trap. Who, sets off that trap? Is it Moonracer who sets it off? Is it Firestar who sets it off? Is it Chromia who sets it off? Or is it Alita 1 herself who sets it off? For you, though you might not necessarily know the episode, I know you know
Firestar.
You're going with who?
Firestar.
You're saying Firestar?
Yeah.
We have a Firestar. We have a Firestar. We have a couple of... We have a Chromia. Moonracer says Dinosaur Planet. David K. Moonracer. Fire. It's all going between Firestar and Moonracer. It is actually a Moonracer. Moonracer is the one who sets it off. Okay, news and notes. Man, there's a ton here, so bear with me. Bear with me. We're gonna get through it, but you got to pay attention, guys. Pay attention because there's a ton here. Okay, so first things first, Transformer movie toys are releasing an Age of Extinction last night version of Optimus Prime. It's going to stand 28.5 centimeters tall and has lights. All we've seen yet are images. We don't even have a prototype. Their Bumblebee looks good. The Optimus images look good, but there's a long way for that to go yet. A long way for that to go yet. Hey, Transformers 2002, my friend. Happy to see you here. Where am I next? We got all kinds of releases throughout the U.S. this week, from Kingdom to Studio Series 86 to the Buzzworthy line. If you're excited about the Buzzworthy line. In Canada, of course, Kingdom came out. Nothing here yet. Announced was MP Skids. Who saw that coming? Not long ago, Thu actually done a video about it. And the general idea, and I think the consensus among the community, is that he's sort of a nobody that is just there. And even the way, you want to talk about something from IDW I don't like, man. The way they handle Skids. What a travesty. You make a character that's actually a dynamic character, and then you set it up such that even his best friend deliberately forgets about him. What? What was the point? What was the point in even having him exist? What they did do right in IDW, the DJD. I'll give credit where credit's due. Original characters, they do right. But MP Skids, who saw it coming? I think it looks brilliant. We don't have much yet, some images, but I think that the potential is there for that to be brilliant. I'm sure because it's an MP, it's going to break. No Skids in the main line, and the Generations one, it's not great. You know what? Somebody said, Razor Bear said that I have to do a t-shirt that says it's ... not good. And I see it coming, and I'm going to have to get it. And a lot of times I'll just have to point to it because that skids. I have it again. I have it. I spent the money on it, but it's not good. I just wanted to have a skids. I'd love one there. So MP skids, I think that's a great announcement. The Earthrise soundtrack is out. So if you like the soundtrack, you can download it, I guess. Congratulations. We saw some more releases of Buzzword. Ectotron, the Afterlife version apparently is out. I like Ectotron. If you didn't get the original, get the Afterlife version. Yeah, it's a little rusty, but I think it still looks great. Actually, I like the head sculpt better. I think it's fun, but I like that, like, onslaught, hot spot type of mold. I think that's a great mold. So take it for what it is. It was reported, these kingdom listings, and I was like, why? Why were these kingdom listings reported this week? I reported them like 2 months ago, and I divided them up as wave 3 and wave 4. I don't really understand why they were reported again. It wasn't news. That really wasn't news. But here's the interesting part. The original poster and I were talking, and he said that he originally posted it back in August. I caught wind of a few things in August, but I didn't say anything because it was too rumory at the time. He said that he had it in August and reported it in August. Why it was only being reported now baffled both me and him. So I don't know. I thought that was weird. But we're going to get into a whole bunch of things with that in a minute. Zeta is doing a movie Blitzwing. It's going to scale with Pioneer. Pioneer is their Bumblebee, and we all know it's trash. While the Blitzwing looks beautiful, I don't have high hopes for it. If you don't believe Pioneer's trash, just ask Deluxe, just ask Kato. They'll tell you. What else do we have here? We got some GotBots listings, and for the Buzzworthy line, we have Dropkick Dino, which apparently was a working name for Car Dropkick. Maybe we're getting a release of Car Dropkick in the Buzzworthy line. The numbers on the side of the Buzzworthy line apparently are their Studio Series numbers. Like I saw one that was 26, and apparently that's the World War II B. So I guess Dropkick would get his Studio Series number. By my reckoning, the Car Dropkick is the only good mold that they're using in that line, at least as of yet. So it is what it is. But again, we're going to talk about that coming up too. Red RC, Red Transformers Prime RC. We saw she looks beautiful. I mean, she's not going to transform, but she absolutely looks gorgeous. I don't know what the build quality is like. Based on the 3 that I looked at from Wave 1, they felt real gummy, man. If she feels gummy, her limbs are so slight that I don't know how sturdy they'll be. The Cheetor looks beautiful as well. Spray paint what?
You know I don't like the red paint.
Spray paint Alita?
Yeah.
What Alita? That's not. I didn't say Alita. I said RC.
Oh, RC. My brain's somewhere else. Don't mind me.
I don't.
We could spray paint her like I did the Optimus.
You could. Honestly, you probably could.
Don't mind me. My head's like.
You like the Transformers Prime RC, don't you?
Tess is kicking.
Yeah, Tessa will do that. You like the Transformers Prime RC, don't you?
Yeah.
Flame Toys showed off a Farai Windblade. She doesn't transform, but man, she is absolutely beautiful. She's fantastic looking. Really, really well done. But you got to be okay with the fact that she doesn't transform. I'm going to put that over here. We saw the Sparkless 2-pack, I guess, of clear purple Paleo tracks. I don't have the regular Paleo tracks yet. A lot of people have said he's going to shell form. Why would you do it in clear purple? Then there's the Rusty Barricade. It's not for me, but I guess it's supposed to be like the Siege Zombies around the Sea of Rust, I guess. Then we have the Ironhide repaint. I honestly, I'm in for a few of those. Why? Because they look like the drones for the Quintessons. It doesn't look good. No, it doesn't. It looks like it's done poorly with a Sharpie, or it looks like it's slobbered on silver. It's weird. And then we have Cheetor. I don't have any Cheetor yet. I can guarantee you that one, I assume, is a Netflix redeco, for me, is infinitely better than the regular release. Infinitely better. And somebody said, you'll never match the blue because the legs don't have the blue on it, and the blue is a deeper blue. Yeah, you will. You'll match it, no problem. How do I know this? Because it's a very similar blue to the blue that was on Earthrise Optimus Prime, and I painted in his entire legs and matched that perfectly. In fact, I matched it perfectly twice. Basically, you take an indigo and you put a little bit of metallic blue in with it. Boom, done. It's really easy to match, actually. That's the Cheetor I want. If I get the mainline one, I'm not keeping it. I'll sell it or give it away or something, because it's not the Cheetor I want. I want the redeco. That's just me, to each their own. And then there's an argument to be made for both, honestly. Big Firebird. Remember their Nicey? They are also releasing a Windblade. And I like the Windblade infinitely better than Nicey. She is not nearly as potentially offensive, we'll say. She's sculpted nice. Both modes look tremendous. I think that she's going to be a huge success. Nice face sculpt and everything. I think that that's an excellent thing to be doing. I'm not going to go into the dump yet. Apparently, we might be getting a masterpiece, Thundercracker 2.0. I think we all saw that coming from the Starscream mold. Right now, take that as rumor. Nothing's confirmed. Something that is confirmed, sadly, is that Toy Fair. New York Toy Fair is canceled. It was supposed to be May 1st to the 4th. It is canceled. Apparently, Dallas in October is still on. See if that happens. Already, they're making plans for 2022, but this year there will be no Toy Fair. That's going to make the way that things are shown and presented way different and far more interesting this year. And I think that might be most of it, other than the major dump that we got to go through. I'm going to check in with you guys because I know I've been saying a lot here. And guys, I know I'm not as active in the chat as I usually am. I'm missing a lot, but like I said, there's a ton here to cover tonight. Hey, Sovereign Knight, a lot of this I'm gonna run through, man, and I'm going to see what you guys think as best I can. I know pitchforks and torches were chasing me. I like the doc. You know what, Blue? I've actually never seen the Doctor Who movie, and I want to. I keep trying to get Starscream wife to watch it, and she's always like, "Yeah, we'll do it one day," and we never do. I think that was the 8th Doctor, right? Let's see. So I'm running down here. Hey, Ryan. Wow, a lot of people were guessing. a lot of people were guessing. Hey, Technologic. Skids gets no love. You're absolutely right. And I always liked Skids, honestly, because when he went into alt mode, I actually felt like he's in disguise. Like he's actually a robot in disguise. He didn't turn into a sports car or race car. He was like, mom is going to drive this minivan to pick you up from soccer. Like, that's Skids, and I love it. I don't think we're ever going to get a turn. I'd love it, but I don't think we're going to get it because the DJD is too maniacal and violent that to put it on the shelves this day and age, I don't think the parent groups are going to allow it, honestly. Maybe selects. Maybe they could do it as selects. Earthrise didn't have Shia LaBeouf. There you go. Right away. That makes it better. Hey, Super Robot Ed. Legend Skids is way better. I've heard that, actually. They fixed a lot of the issues. Yeah, I've really heard that it's way better. He looks Ectotron looks better with his mask on. I agree, Jillian. He does. The report was the official confirmation. I'm assuming that's about Toy Fair. Maybe I'm wrong.
It was about whatever you're talking about in August. Or that had been, he found out about in August, but he didn't report till the tomorrow.
Oh, that's what it was. It was official confirmation. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Okay, he and I did not know that. We should get a release of Bumblebee Optimus Prime. A few people have said that now. The ROTF Bumblebee mold is good too, from whatever. Yeah, actually, that is a good mold. Whatever happened to Kung Fu Grip went the way of the dodo, man. Skylinks is worth it. Yes, Skylinks is absolutely. So we go down here a little bit. Why are we getting the Siege Zombies? Because they were in the show, and you can do easy repaints for it. Yeah, Input is planning to make that Ironhide a Shattered Glass Ironhide. Not a bad idea, honestly. I don't have any Shattered Glass logos. I feel like I need Shattered Glass logos. I got them for UK pricing, which is better than elsewhere in Europe for me. That's excellent, D. I'm sad that when Earthrise, Ironhide, and Prowl came out, I had the money but didn't buy him because I don't like them at the time, so I have regrets. Oh, I've learned that if I want something, don't wait because it might not be there when I go back. If I wait, then I have to be okay with probably not getting it. Which we're going to talk about something with that in a minute too. So we go down here. The Netflix series Cheetor looks way better than the Kingdom version. He does to me. I mean, some people will say the Kingdom is better, and that's fine. Like, if you prefer the Kingdom, like, there's nothing wrong with the Kingdom. It's just when I look at it, I immediately said, man, I wish that there was like more white on the lower jaw type of thing. I wish the eyes were green, and I wanted the blue to be darker. And then boom, we got this. And guess what? The bit of like white is down there on the chin. The eyes are green, and the blue is darker. So like this one, just the things that I criticized about the mainline release are the things fixed on the repaint. So if I haven't got the mainline release, why waste the money on that when I can just get the repaint eventually? And that's the version that I'd like to have. The blue on the legs, I'll gladly add it if I want. I think that's deliberately left off so you don't see as much blue in cheetah mode. But is either one bad? No, I don't think either one is bad. Is either one perfect? No. Even with the Netflix series repaint one, like there's a ton of gold I got to do there. There's some blue on the arm I still got to do. So it's still not perfect. It's just, it's less work for me to do. I buy it when I see it. Yeah, sometimes you got to, man. I imagine that Kingdom G1 Scorponok would interact with his Beast Wars counterpart. That'd be really cool, actually. Okay, so I'm going back to a post, and I can't remember the poster's name, but he really brought together all of the rumors and speculation and fan hope and things that were confirmed and not confirmed and things that have outright, it was speculated and it's outright been confirmed that no, it's not happening. Now, I don't have that stuff. The stuff that's not happening, I don't have in there because most of the time I take things as high speculation and rumor, unless I report it to you guys that I've, got information about it being an actual listing, then I report it as high rumor. So we're going to go through a lot of this. Some of it I've already reported. Some of it's out. Some of it is now coming out, and some of it I don't really think it's going to happen, but we'll see. So in the buzzworthy line, apparently we could get a helicopter dropkick. Maybe I could see it. I mean, it says dropkick Dino. I think we're going to get car dropkick. If we get one, why not get the other? Makes sense. MPB as a Target exclusive. I don't know, man. That went to Toys R Us too, and he shelf formed for a while. I don't know if they'll reissue him or not. MPM Barricade, I think a reissue that'd be cool. I thought he was a perfect masterpiece, to be honest with you. Cybertronian B, which has come out in Studio Series, so I could totally see that. Animated Bumblebee, that'd be interesting because the animated Bumblebee mold was fantastic. If you're going to release that, cool, but that seems really at a left field to release that, but it'd be an interesting one. Do I think that's going to happen? No. The Netflix Bumblebee, I could see that being reissued in the buzzworthy line. Maybe with a lighter shade of yellow, maybe with an Autobot symbol on the chest instead of on the foot. A couple of changes like that, but I could see that coming out in the buzzworthy line. There's speculation that there will be a shattered glass line that will be Pulse exclusive, which brings me back to a problem that I've talked about many times. Pulse is for America. What about the rest of the world? The other 6.5 billion of us might like a few in the shattered glass line, to be honest with you. How are you going to make it available? Like, to me, that's atrocious. Even Input said yesterday that he went to check, because a lot of people know now my Centurion pack that I had sourced got canceled, and he went to look again, and now you have to be a Pulse Premium. So not only is it just in America, but now you got to be a Pulse Premium. Like, I think that's atrocious. That's spitting in the face of fans is all that is. All that is spitting in the face of fans internationally. And that's why I don't respect Hasbro. So that being said, though, in this Shattered Glass line, there's speculation that we would get the the Siege Jetfire released, Earthrise Megatron. Why they would choose that mold for a Shattered Glass Megatron, I don't know. Siege Starscream, done in Shattered Glass colors, I guess could see it. And apparently Goldbug. I found Goldbug to be a weird one. I don't know. I mean, we're getting the Ratchet and the Optimus. That's a wider release. I could see them doing a few more select Shattered Glass, but I think it would be better for them to go the Selects route than the Pulse route. You're going to alienate and enrage a lot of people if you go the Pulse route. Collaboratives. Apparently, there's no kit, and apparently there's not going to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles party wagon. But there's talk that there could be a Jurassic Park Rexy from Beast Wars Megatron. I don't know. I think Beast Wars Megatron is so iconic as Beast Wars Megatron. They might do it, but that, I don't know how well that would sell. I really don't. I'm just going to check in with you guys here now for a minute before I go on with the dump here. Scalpers are so, yes. Well, scalpers are rough, but you know what? Because here's one of the things. I had a conversation yesterday with a dude, and he was like, the fan base is growing. I said, no, the fan base is contracting. A lot of people this year have either been priced out or the frustration of the hunt has forced them out. He said, but there's more competition. I said, that's false competition, because the distribution is so bad internationally that there's more competition going on within the U.S., because a lot of people, myself included, have sourced items from within the U.S. that are going out because they're not coming out internationally. So we don't have a choice. So it artificially seems like higher competition, when in reality, it's just bad distribution, and everybody's having to hunt for, globally, everyone's having to hunt in the same country at the same few stores. So that's not helping us internationally. It's not helping you guys in the U.S. either, because now you got the rest of us international people that are trying to put our hand in your pocket as well, because we don't have any other option. We're not going to be able to get it otherwise. That's on Hasbro. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? Animated Bumblebee would be cool. America, yeah. If they do Centurion reissues, I have to jump on it. See, if they do Centurion reissues, I have to jump on it. I can't. I'd love to jump on it, but I can't. But I might have a solution. We'll talk about that coming up another time, not tonight. Elixir just said Merca doesn't get it either because distribution is shit. Even if that's the thing. I've often complained and said they're only servicing the U.S. They're not even doing that well now. That's the problem. They're not even doing that well now. I think that there needs to be a change in business philosophy, or I really fear for our fandom and fear for where collecting is going within the next 5 years. Yeah, and Input just said, see, Input, like, again, I talked about how we have to help each other. I really do. And Input just said, if I want some of the Shattered Glass stuff, he got me. And I know he does, and I know it will work something out. And I am so thankful for the community for that. But if it went out internationally, it would just be easier for everyone, is all I'm saying, I don't think I want a huge Shattered Glass line, but a select group, select few, yeah, I'd be down for it. The main ones for sure. But I don't think this should be exclusive. I tend to agree. Ooh, I missed something there. Shattered Glass Goldbug has always been in Shattered. Yeah, he has, but I just thought he was a weird one to include. By the way, apparently the whole reason that the B body for Netflix wasn't used with Bug Bite is because apparently it's licensed, and apparently it's just licensed for Bumblebee, not for Bug Bite or anybody else. I don't know how much truth is to that, but that's what I heard. And I know I'm missing a bunch of stuff, guys, and I'm so sorry. I had to get my Alita from the USA. See, there you go. A Mary Ka. That's nice. I like the way you said that. Got my Bumblebee at Smith's. Just bought one because I'm not a dick. You know what? Honestly, look, here's the thing. Ninja Bill knows, actually. I posted seeing a whole bunch of the Netflix stuff, Wave 2, which shocked me. And he said, I hope you bought this, and I hope you bought that, and I hope you bought this. And I said, I didn't buy any of it. None of it. Because I'm lucky that I have the things that I want from that line. I ordered the Soundwave. So whenever I see a Soundwave now, I let other collectors know. The Wave 2 stuff, I let other collectors know. Like, I don't need another Wheeljack or an Impactor. I already have them. But you know what? There are people who missed out on them. So I'm trying to help other collectors get it. Sometimes I've even bought them and brought them to them. Have you ever thought of doing Transformer reaction videos? I don't know what a Transformer reaction video would be, but explain to me what that is. Maybe. This was posted earlier by me, but it got looked over. Sorry. There is no Sparkless 2-pack. Just, oh, yeah, I think I said 2-pack, but I'm sorry. You're right. That's just a wave of deluxes. I apologize. You are right. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I heard that the spoiler pack might have a Siege Voyager in it. I would guess it would be the Seeker, as a zombie Seeker would be my guess. Because of Hasbro's buffoon distribution, I'll have to pay close to $1,000 on the Amazon box sets. That's nuts. Earthrise Megatron is not worth the price of admission. That's why I didn't get him. Honestly, that's why I didn't get him. Okay, so continuing on here. Exclusives. Apparently for Amazon, we're going to get a 2-pack with Earth Mirage, which is a retool of the Siege Mirage. I'm fine with the Siege Mirage. He's Earth enough for me. But Earth Mirage and Beast Wars Skywarp from AirRaiser. Interesting. Interesting. Apparently we're going to get Earth Sideswipe and Beast Wars Grimlock from Beast Wars Dinobot. I don't know. Again, take all of this as high speculation right now. God Neptune. I got God Neptune coming. Crimson Raptors is thankful for, is the guy I have to thank for that. By the way, I'll throw this out there now. Get this. I've managed to actually score 4 pre-orders for the Seacons. I'm missing Overbite and Tentakill. Man, if anybody comes across or sees a pre-order or something for sale for a relatively decent price for a Tentakill or a or an Overbite, let me know. Let me know. Simple as that. Somehow I managed to get the other 4. I might be 10 years getting the last 2, but I didn't think I was ever going to get them. So I'm pretty thankful there. Anyway, going on. Apparently, we're also going to get in Galactic Odyssey Glyph and Tap Out. I don't know. And apparently, they're both going to use the Cliff Jumper mold because the Bumblebee body is just for Bumblebee. Evidently, that's where that comes from. Apparently, an Earth mode Red Alert will be a Walgreens exclusive, reworked from Siege. I don't know. Interesting things, and I could see all of it happening, but I guess we'll see. There was a non-transforming Metroplex that apparently was, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they got a trademark or whatever for it. There's speculation that could be part of the red line, a red Metroplex, maybe. With the reissue of Devastator, I'd love for them to reissue Metroplex for people that didn't get them. I got mine, but I'd love to see it done. Now, some people said, I'd like a new Metroplex. Maybe. I don't see that happening, though. And if it did, I think it would be smaller than the original. And the original is amazing. I never get sick of them. Maybe Ankle Tilt. Maybe rework the lower legs. I could see that. Netflix apparently will have deep cover and an Alicon repaint. Might get that. And a Cheetor redeco. I would say what we've seen from Cheetor confirms that I won't be surprised if we get an Alicon. I won't be surprised. Deep cover has been talked about for a long time. Now you might say, wait, Netflix deep cover, but isn't he Selects? We'll get to that in a moment too. Netflix apparently deep cover. Kingdom in 2022 evidently might have Tarantulas and a crocodile fossilizer, that being Dracodon. Apparently he'll be a croc. Maybe, kind of, sort of. Armada Optimus Prime, evidently still in the works. And there might be another accessory pack. As far as I'm concerned, the rollout for the first one's been a failure. Why would you do a second one to alienate people even more? That's a lot, man. That's a lot. Let me go up here a bit. Hey, Brandon. I got the Dalmatian Dinobot. Yeah, pretty much, Crimson. I'd love a Beast Wars Grimlock. Like, I could see all of this happening. Well, most of it. Optimus is blue and red, not red and blue. True or false? He's blue and red. Just because it's you, Chicken Fried Steak. The spoiler pack has just Siege Megs in it. Interesting. But the rumor, but given the purple Paleotrex, it's more likely is the accessory. I don't know. That's a weird spoiler pack. Really weird spoiler pack. I just want Ratchet. Yep, God Neptune is pretty sweet. Not for my collection, but they look great. And I get it. It's not going to be for everyone. Again, I have a pretty healthy force of Predacons, so I'm really happy to add God Neptune to that. So go down here. I love Beast for a second. Okay, so going through here again, because we're being on here a long time, and thankfully we're just about done with this stuff, and then we got the unboxing, and then we can get out of here. Rumor is that from Jazz, we may get a Studio Series 86 Ricochet or Stepper. That could come out of Selects. I'd be cool with that. Honestly, why not? Apparently, there's been some QC issues of things lining up on the Jazz, and you got to shave some stuff. Be careful, I guess. Let's see. There could be an N2 Titan after the arc, meaning no more Titans. So what would they do in place of it? Evidently, the rumor is that instead of any more Titans, they would do 2 Commander class a year instead of just 1. So instead of doing a Titan and a Commander class, they do 2 Commander classes going forward. I don't know. Again, man, pure rumor, right? The core class are apparently all going to get repaints. I don't know as what. Then we get to Selects. And in Selects, apparently, we will get deep cover, except this one is going to be Earth mode deep cover. So the Netflix one would be Cybertronian mode deep cover based on the Siege mold, and the Selects would be Earth mode deep cover. I don't know if it's going to be in Kingdom, but it seems like deep cover is getting a lot of love. That is the blue version of Sideswipe for anyone who doesn't know. Road Rage apparently is going to be Selects. I totally get it. Transmutate, that's going to be Paleotrex. That's been confirmed. We know we're getting Transmutate. I think Paleotrex is an interesting choice of mold to use for that. Artfire, T-Rex from the Megatron, or from the Beast Wars Megatron. Again, I think we all kind of saw that coming. And it makes sense that he would be in Selects. Like, look, T-Rex, deep cover. These make sense as exclusives. Okay, I get it. Ratchet and Ramjet and Dirge do not make sense as exclusives. Apparently, the sweeps will be based on the 86 Scourge, but something will be different. Apparently, there'll be Selects releases. G2 Ramjet. That should make Triple R happy. Dude loves Seekers. Takara may be reissuing some of their Combiner Wars stuff. Skywarp and Thundercracker apparently coming from Studio Series Starscream. I think we saw that coming. B-Movie Thrust will also evidently come out with a cone head. Let's see. Other Seekers? Maybe. I could see it. I mean, when you have a Seeker mold, why not? Shattered Glass. No, sorry. 86 Coronation Starscream apparently is going to have remolded shoulders and chest intakes. Studio Series will have The Fallen and Sideways apparently in 2022. As well as Sludge and Snarl and Age of Extinction Last Night Optimus Prime. And apparently there could be an NPM Blackout. I think that'd be an interesting NPM, man. Really interesting NPM. And Cyberverse Dinobots, I don't see Cyberverse Dinobots happening. And I think that's it. So that's a ton to speculate and think about and consider. Is it going to happen? I don't know, man, but there's a lot there to consider. Red needs to be 2 feet tall at least. Yeah, I agree. A red Metroplex would have to be 2 feet tall. I agree. I'd like a Metroplex, period. Starscream wife got me mine for $90 Canadian. I'm so proud of her hunting skills. Same with Primus, $50 for Primus. Canadian. Let's see. Studio says Dark of the Moon, DevCon. Actually, I'd love a DevCon. If it's Dark of the Moon, I'm down for it. No problem. I don't think it's sent, Elixir. I'm gonna double check again, buddy. Hold on. I don't think it's sent, man. I'm not seeing it. Man. I don't know. I'm not seeing it offhand. Try sending it again. Oh, man, I can't go back over all the news. Okay, so finally, I knew this was going to be a long show. That's why I'm really trying to kind of stay with things here. Hey, eat potato skeet. I'm still waiting to Kara to give us a Dino Force box set. That'd be awesome. I'd love a Dino Force set. I really would. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of unboxings to do here. I'm going to do it first. Let's see. We're going to lay that there. So, to my surprise, I saw Paulinus Prime in here. Joe Ford is not in here. To my surprise, both of those gentlemen have sent me something. The same thing. So I'm actually going to have two of the same thing, which I didn't realize was going to happen. But I have one of them already. The other one will be here in a couple of days. And it is Runabout. As a matter of fact, this one was sent in the Target box. I miss Target. Runabout. So thankful. So I'm actually going to have, why that's on the back, I don't know. I'm actually going to have two Runabouts. Now, I mentioned earlier Maximal 10. One of the Runabouts I'm going to give to Maximal 10. I only need one. And there's been no official confirmation about it coming to Canada yet. Now, the word is Toys R Us may have it in February, but that is rumor, not fact. And if there's anybody who's part of this community, and most of you guys, like I said, wouldn't know, if anybody deserves the help and a leg up, it is Maximal 10. And he has helped me so many times. He's given me stuff. He's lent me stuff. For those of you who don't know, most recently at Christmas, he gave me a refurbished, complete G1 Trailbreaker. I cannot thank him enough for everything he does. I gave him a Black Rorichi. I'm going to give him a Runabout because he absolutely deserves it, and because this community has been kinder to me than I ever deserve, because I know I'm a complaining old man. So I'm so thankful to have that. Then Grimlock Gone, our buddy Grimlock Gone, sent me a package. And this package from Grimlock Gone is very interesting. First things first, he sent something that never did come here, being this, the Netflix Mirage. Now, he could have a shattered glass symbol put on him, but I think I might use him, since he has a Decepticon symbol on him. I might use him as a Decepticon. And somebody came up with the name Facade. I think he might be Decepticon Facade. So that wave never came here. If it wasn't for Grimlock Gone, I would not have him. It's as simple as that. He also sent, see if I can get in here. Okay, so this is my Nemesis Prime. He sent a new trailer hitch. So now he has full range of turn. But the thing that's really interesting, everybody talks about for Nemesis, that you can't store all of his accessories. Well, what if we could turn the trailer into like like a wild, like murder death trailer. And that's what he came up with. And hold on, I have to put this in here. That's what he came up with. And I'll end up showing this like more sensibly in a video. Oh man, I just dropped that. Hold on. Hold on, man. This will go over the trailer with the two blasters and his hand blaster and Fangtron. Giza's on one side, his sword is on the other, and this hangs over the trailer and stays on there. It is wild. It's a wild accessory, but I love it. And the most important thing in this, he also sent me a replacement piece that goes in the claw of Scorponok, because my big orange gun for Scorponok was really loose on the connector piece he sent. So this connector piece is better. But the most important thing in this package is dog treats for Tessa. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. When I get off here, I plan on letting her try them, to be honest with you. See if she likes them next week. So runabout, another runabout that I'm going to be able to give away. I have a couple of things that I know are incoming that are going to be pretty interesting when they get here, especially from Dragonfly. Pretty interesting. And we have one more thing. This is from Starscream Wife. This is actually a Christmas gift, technically, for me. And it arrived today. It's going to require some customization on my part. But it's this. This came from Sir Toys, by the way. When I review it, I'll put links and stuff in the description for that. This, it is a Combiner Wars-ish mold. All of these accessories, as well as another Combiner Wars-ish limb.
There's glare from the bag.
Oh, well, man, I can't help that if it's glare from the bags. What do you want? There, another Combiner.
So much.
What?
Stop wiggling him.
I'm trying to get him, man. I'm trying to get it so that you can see it. For the two I've shown so far, it is the Streetwise mold, and it is the ambulance one. First aid. Then we have the helicopter. Right. Again, you'll notice red, and red. And we have the Afterburner or Groove, the motorcycle. And, of course, as you would expect, we have the torso. And, by the way, this chest piece is infinitely more solid than the Combiner Wars chest piece. Like, infinitely more solid. Why do I have this red version of Defensor? Because with a bit of custom paint work, this is going to replace my sad Nexus Prime as a version of Nexus Prime. Nexus Prime is basically blue and red. Granted, some of the vehicle modes here are not accurate. Granted, I love the actual Nexus Prime, but since that tends to go for 450 to 500 US, never going to happen, my friend. Add the blue there, customize that appropriately, and he's going to stand in as a great version of Nexus Prime for my 13. Woo, we've been here a long time, man. Long time. I thought you were going to make a Guard City out of that set. That could have also worked, and I think most people would, but I'm trying to make my 13. So, ladies, gentlemen, we had a huge dump. If you missed the news, go back. There was a huge dump of news and speculation. Hey, JJ Prime, I appreciate you being here, man. You got a shout out earlier, by the way. And I hit 4K subs, and that's all thanks to you guys in the community. I can't do this without you. I appreciate you guys coming by, give me some of your extremely valuable time. I appreciate my wife being so very understanding, because I know this show went kind of long. Thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. I know I'm a cranky old man, and thank you for putting up with me, man. Thank you for putting up with me. It's all I can say. Tomorrow, we have a bit of an interesting review coming up. Next week, we're going to get back to our countdowns, though I think I'm going to change the scheduling a little bit. I'm working hard on the season finale of Universal Collision. So, once again, thanks for coming by. Give me some of your extremely valuable time. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course you can hit the join button and become a channel member. I'm going to do a discussion coming up there about overused words in this fandom. I might do it as like a patron member, like top 5 sort of exclusively type of dealy. Don't forget, somehow, some way, more than ever now, man, you do make a difference each and every single day. Each and every single day. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old fashioned way, baby, right here inside the videos.